Hello, so we have completed all the lost railways in London except for the bits that I'm about to show you now. There's like 5 extra places which didn't warrant a whole video in themselves, but bundled together could make this extra bonus video. So that's what we're doing. It's the bonus bits of London's lost railways, starting here in Croydon by Queen's Gardens, which is currently closed, and the location of Central Croydon Station. Central Croydon Station was a curved branch just after East Croydon on the main line from London to Brighton. It opened in 1868, closed 3 years later in 1871, reopened in 1886 for just another 4 years, and then closed in 1890. The site of where it was is now occupied by Croydon Town Hall. Although there were tracks and part of the station running through here, what's now Queen's Gardens, where part of an old wall still remains. Unfortunately, the gardens are currently closed for maintenance, but a quick peek through the fence reveals the original wall in all its glory. So I'm walking along the top of the wall of the gardens that I can't get into, which is quite frustrating. There is a plaque on the side of the wall. Fortunately, there's some photos which I can throw up, and that's the only thing now left that commemorates that Central Croydon Station was right here. Moving swiftly on, and for the next bonus lost railway in London, get yourself over to South Bermondsey Station as we go in search of Bricklayer's Arms. Bricklayer's Arms was an alternative terminus to London Bridge Station that opened in 1844, but its role quickly changed to become that of a large goods yard. It remained active for many years, finally closing in 1981. You can best see the massive footprint that the goods yard used to have if you look on Google 3D View, as nowadays the huge area is a trading estate. So if you've ever walked over this blue footbridge by South Bermondsey Station, you can see the bridge abutment is clearly wide enough for more than just a narrow footpath. The railway used to be there. Head west and the path turns into Cycle Quietway number 1. You find an old bridge though where the railway used to go under the road before eventually coming to Mandela Way. That's the new road that was built through the trading estate. There's some signage up that still refer to it as Bricklayer's Arms to give you a clue, but really there's nothing to see. Or is there? Yes there is. Look at this. On the western side of Bricklayer's Arms, along Page's Walk, there are these old buildings that are clearly railway related. And that is all that's left though. For our next bonus bit, we're out into East London to Factory Road to find the Old Silvertown Station that closed in 2006. This was part of the North London line, and when the DLR was built through here, the line was closed, and then reused. So I'm at the location of the old Silvertown and London City Airport Station. Was once part of the North London line. Trains went from North Woolwich, which we'll get to in a minute, and ran all the way over what is now the Overground down to Richmond. Nowadays, I'm hoping that a purple train might come whizzing through any second now on test, because this whole part of the line has now been reused for Crossrail purposes. But down here is where the old Silvertown Station used to be. And then just 2 minutes away, down at Pier Road, is where the line used to terminate, and the old North Woolwich Station. Woolwich Ferry over there. Front of the old North Woolwich Station is there. And then if you peer through this fence here, you can see some of the old canopy, which is delightful. What's really incredible is though it's what you can see from above, and that's a turntable area that's still in there. That's one, I think, to drop to the Google Earth 3D view. Our penultimate bonus bit takes us out to where the Great Eastern Railway once had a line that came up from Ilford and Seven Kings and headed north, with the first station being Newbury Park. But this section of railway closed in 1947, and the Underground built new stations at Wanstead, Redbridge and Gants Hill, and connected up their line with Newbury Park, thus forming the Hainault Loop on the Central Line that you know today. So to see this abandoned line today, go to Newbury Park, located on the very busy A12. So the station is there. If you come to the road bridge, the overbridge, over the railway, you can then look down onto the line, see the trains and see where the line used to go. Central Line trains come in and go out of the tunnel here, and you can see it's already starting to curve where it comes or goes from the west. But the patch of level grass in the middle is the big clue to where the railway used to run. Walk down Glebland Avenue, and after a few minutes you get to Ward's Road. And look, it's a bridge. Ah yes, the bridge over nothing, except of course here at Ward's Road, which is quite busy actually. It's not over nothing, it's over our favourite thing here that we've discovered in this series of London's Lost Railways. It's an allotment. You can see here the bridge, the wall either side. If I peer over, the allotment where the old alignment used to be is down there. Keep walking to the south and you get to Benton Road, and you find another less impressive bridge that used to go over the railway as well. And yes, the allotment stretches all the way down to this point too. And for our final bonus bit, it's the stretch of railway track that used to be in place between Angel Road and Edmonton. Angel Road Station is in itself now an abandoned station and is a good place to start to walk this old small section of line. And so I've come to the rather noisy road that is over here. This is the old entrance to Angel Road Station. The old abandoned platforms to Angel Road are just over there. The new Meridian Water replaced it. And in the distance here you can see a raised embankment where the railway line used to be, and then a path that is the path of the old railway. Let's go and walk it. This section is known as Angel Walk. It's quite new, having only recently opened in February 2021, and it brings you out to this road crossing here. Noisy traffic again, sorry about that. This is where the railway used to cross Montague Road. There's a zebra crossing here. You don't have to go that far back in time though to find old photos when there was a level crossing gate and there was a level crossing here, but the railway now really is obvious with this totally straight footpath, cycle path coming up down here. So the alignment at this point is a path with housing on one side and a cemetery on the other. Just walking the path, shopping trolley. We're not playing bingo. As we head northwest, and it's only a short walk, less than 10 minutes to get to Edmonton. And that brings us to Edmonton, Edmonton Green as it now is, but there was in fact a second station here alongside Edmonton. There was Edmonton Low Level, where this roundabout is, which I'm stood right in the middle of just because it was a fun place to stand, is maybe where some of the platforms were. Certainly a lot of it came through with that shopping centre, Edmonton Green shopping centre behind me, just obliterated what was left of the railway as it came into Edmonton, but there were two stations here. That's where that bit of track and that bit of line used to run. So that wraps up all the extra bonus bits that I wanted to cover of lost railways in London, except, there's always an except, in doing the research for all these bonus bits, I also looked at Brentford Dock, and I realised that there's enough happening, old tracks, bits of old station and stuff at Brentford Dock, which would warrant a video all to itself. So after all this, there will actually be one more episode of London's Lost Railways coming up at some point in the next week or two, where I go and do Brentford Dock. Apart from it, that's it. Thanks for watching. Playlist coming up. Press subscribe. See you soon. Thanks.